Yo guys, what's up? It's BiLLYBOB1060. I'm back. I've not done a Minecraft hackline video for some time now because I need to record it, get it right, and then just basically make sure it is right, else I'll record it again and start again. And if I have any slip-ups, I have to start again. So it's hard with the time I've got, and for these videos, it's just going to be basic. I'm just going to go through it real quick. So what you're going to need to do is download idle, I-D-L-E, from from Python site, which is python.org, whatever, and just download it and open it up, and you should have something here. Make sure it says Python 3.5L, and we can get started. So we're just going to use the console window to start with. So let's go for the type. So we've got dir, which is, I'm just going to go for the starting ones for you. So we got an int, we got a string, oh, we got an str, that's a string, sorry, and we've got more like that, double, oh, maybe not double, float, and just think of ones you need to know, bool. Alright, okay, so they're the basic ones, so let's go get started. Here we have the coding window, and you're going to need to save this. Go say getting started.py. Okay, so the first program we're going to do is learning the syntax. To start with, to write something to the window, you're just going to put print, open brackets, like that, and oh, you don't need that on the end, but it doesn't matter if you put it, hello world. Okay, if you run this, F5 or FNF5 on Mac, hello world, so it just prints. Now, as you may saw, there was arguments other than that, so let's just go through that. So we got print, and then here, maybe it did not let me do that, value, and then so a string, and then more strings. And what it does is, if you put a string here saying hello world, you see how there's no spaces between here and the last quotation mark, and here there won't, you may think it's not going to put a space. Don't matter about this because this is in code, but really what's going to happen, oh sorry, missed a thing on the end there, what's going to happen when we do run this is it is going to put a space. And the reason for that is because when you use a print function and you print a set of strings, there's a character value that's set called sep. What sep does is it separates it with default to that, but you can change it to a colon. Yeah, I know it might confuse you with that one there, but what that does is, if I run this, it just says hello world, and it also ends the line. If you know what return means, as in /n, that basically means new line, and it is the character code for something. So let me just remember what this argument's called for you. So as you see here, sep is default to a space, and end. So its end is a new line. It's default to a new line character code. So end, if we just change this to keep the /n, but with the whatever it's called, exclamation mark, then what is this? Okay, interesting. If you just do that, then it's still gonna post the same as the first value, but you're not going to need any of this rubbish here just to print out that. So I'll just go delete that, and that's simple like that. So now let's get an input. So we're going to say print hello, my name is Alan. No, Steve. And my name's Steve. And then we're going to say print. And if you want to make an input for their name, if you want to ask them what their name is, we're going to put name. So whatever you want to call this variable, you can call it name. Blah, blah. It would still be the same. So I'm just going to put name for here equals input. So this is going to read the string from standard input. The trailing new line is stripped. Okay. So this means is we're going to ask as an input, what is your name? Now what you can do is you can either put the question mark there like that, and what this will do is it will print what is your name here. If I just put in David, okay, like that. It's not going to print out because we've only requested it. What would be nice is if you put /n here, so it's reading off the next line. So what is your name, and you put here Steve as well. There you go, it still works. What we're now going to say is print hello. So hello, and then just colon name. So what it's going to do is it's going to print, like I said, the syntax of a string, hello, space, there isn't a space in here, but the separator character is going to put a space by default, and then it's going to put the name that we've just pulled from their input. Okay, yeah, I can't stop doing that. Right, okay, so what's your name? David. Hello, David. Pretty simple, yeah? Now let's annotate this. So print is hashtag for an annotation, by the way. Don't get mixed up with Java or any other language. Print to what do they call it? Shell. Or just print out hello. My name is Steve. Pull input as name by asking what is your name. And now print hello append name, or print hello name. Pretty simple. There's the algorithm. And what I might do is give you a syntax sheet. What this means is I'll give you one document called syntax sheet, and it's basically got all the syntax in, like how to make integers, how to read stuff, and pretty much what variables and how stuff's pulled and like that. Now, so we've made a hello world program, and it asks, what's your name? What's our name? Let's say so many names. Max. Hello Max. Okay, that's simple. So what I'm going to do up here is we're going to say printing and getting inputs. Mathematics and mathematics brackets sums and algebra. Yes, at school you may go, why do we need to learn algebra? This is probably why, because algebra is basically like coding. So what you're going to do is you're going to go and say x, a or whatever, x equals 10. Okay. 10 times x equals, I don't know, you can't do that, sorry. Sum equal, oh no, you can't even do sum, can you? Y equals x times 10. So that would be 100, y should equal 100. Should equal 100 because 10 times 10. Set x equal to 10. I'll just upload this in the source below, and then we're just gonna print our value is x. We run this, we should get Alan 10. Yeah, I printed x. Print y, you should give us 100. 100, there you go. Now, let's go through what we need. So, we're going to have divide equals equals 10 divided by 2. Our dividing syntax. Probably spelled that wrong. I mean, I haven't. Times equals 10 times 2. Our times in syntax. Don't have about me if I can't spell. And now this is an important one. Power 2 equals 10 to the power of 2. No, I shouldn't use, yeah, okay, yeah, 2. Okay, so this should be our 2 power of, to the power of, 2 power of, 2 power of, syntax, 10 times 10, is that right? 10 times 10 times 10 times 10, 2 times. Alright. Another one is add equals 10 plus 2. Our add syntax. And our spacing syntax will be next, but we just need to do all these. I think it's remainder for that, or that might be C++, I can't remember which one. No, that's pretty much all you need to know. It's a bit like you can do all your little sums in it. So that's mathematics. Oh, I shouldn't do that. Space functions slash sub routines. So we have a def. So we're having a this is going to be a function, so we're going to say def print and then say and then say everything's tabbed in. Instead of using curly brackets, just tab it in. I need a colon here so you can say when you're wanting to put your code in the def. So if we say here print hello, and now to come out your def you just go here, so you can just say. So this is going to run that. This can't be below this because it won't run because it's not been defined yet. So let's go make another one. Def say string. You can use string, but you can't use str. So print string. Okay. Oh no. Say hello. Say hi. So this is going to print hello. Print hi. Function. Define function with argument string, and now def say string string 2. So we're going to print string 2. Just go down here. Say hello there. Prints hello there. I'm giving you a few puzzles to work out yourself once you've got these bits. Define function without arguments. Define function with more than one. More than one argument. Alright, now we're going to do def say. So get name, and we're going to return hello Steve. Now that this isn't got anything to do with above up here, this is just purely just going to return this string. And what this means is when we pull this, if we go down here and say get name, this won't run anything unless we print it. What it's going to do is it's basically going to return is a string that we've set here. It's just going to return anything there. It could be an int, it could be boolean, whatever. It's a bit like PHP code if you've done that. It's a bit like that, so pretty simple. So define function without arguments. Return Steve. Print what returned from get name. Okay. Next, we're doing for loops, while statements / for loops. So to start with, we're going to do for x in range of 0, 0 to 100, print x. Let's go for this then. So for x is going to be set to 0 to start with, and it's going to repeat this. So basically what it's going to do is it's going to go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. The reason for this is it's just going to keep updating x, which is defined up there, so I think we should just call this count. So it's just going to count up 100 times from 0. You can remove the 0 if it is going to be 0 there. If your first number is 0, you don't need it there. But if it's 1, then you may as well define it, because it's going to count from 1 to 100 instead of 0 to 100. Okay? So we're just going to count to 100. I'm going to print count. Let's just go put in name. What the hell? Can't you do that in Python? Okay, you can't do that. You can't use the same name for a function. It's not like Java where you can use. So you're gonna have to say 1, say 2. Say 1, say 2. There you go, now you can run it. You just can't do that in Python. There you go. And then that's going to count to 100, which is awkward. Well, actually, it's not going to count to 100, I forgot to tell you, because if you're up here, in range. So if you think about it really, you're basically saying while number, this isn't actually code, so while number is less than 100, then number increase by 1. So if it's less than 100, okay, yeah, you might think it's going to add up to 100, but really if you want it to go to 100, you have to put 1 over. It's got to be less than. So that works like that. So 101. Note the fact we have at 1, because we always count up from 0, from number 1, 0 by default, to number 2, 0, 1. Zero, 1. This is going to be quite hard to explain. Right, so for number in range of 5 to 10, we're going to print number. So it's going to start at 5 and end at 9, hopefully. But then it's also going to count up 100 times, so let's just let it do its thing. It's pretty slow, isn't it? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There you go. Sorry if you don't understand that up there, but there you go. Note the fact we have our number, we have our 1, 100, and 1. Alright, anyway, so let's move on to a while statement. So while while, oh no, let's do another for. So we're going to have string equals hello there, like that. And we're going to do for letter in string for sentence in string, then print letter. Now what it's going to say, HELLO space. So it's just going to go through every letter after time after we've got past this stupid thing. String. Yeah, sorry. I'm going to change that to sentence. Because we called it sentence alright. Just like that, do its thing. Now, if you wanted to actually make it just do the words in that sentence, then what you'd need to do is, see, there's hello space there. What you'd need to do is basically say sentence dot split. I'll copy this. Sentence dot split and space, but you gotta make sure it's got space in hello world. Hello there. Okay. Hello and there. Okay, that's all that does. But it also removes the space. Have that in mind. So if you had space, it's not going to put the spaces. It's just going to get the words. But you won't have to worry about that. Split the sentence around the character. So hello and there without space middle. Count up from 5 to 10. Print current number for loop through all letters in sentence. Print current letter. Now, as of here, this is actually a number. This is an int, not just because it says number. This is an int because we're counting up from 5 to 11. This is a string because it is the letter inside the word, and so is it here. So let's split the character on there. Print current word. Okay. And the last thing, I want to cover is lists as dictionaries. Maybe I might do files, but I don't think we've got time for that. Files is pretty simple. In fact, let's do this, so lists real quick. So a list, you can't use the word list. Our underscore list equals our list equals that. So tacos, burritos, and nachos. Okay, so we've got 3 items in our list. Size of list equals size of length of our list Now, this index is 0, this is 1, this is 2. This is an item 1. In code language, this is an item 1. This is item 0, item 1, item 2. This is why in range is used. So, if we wanted to loop through these, we would go for item, well, whatever, item for food in list, because they're all foods, aren't they? In our list, whatever you called it up there, our list, then print food. Move through list, print current item food. Okay, run this. Oops. Counts up to 100. This is all running downwards in code. Prints up to 100 hello world, and then it just goes through all the things in the list. Dictionaries are a bit different. So our sorry about that. Dictionary equals let's think day tacos is Mexican. I feel real bad if I spelled this wrong. Don't worry about the capital letters, I just don't want to put them in there for now. Burrito, I think that's Mexican. Correct me if I'm wrong. Mexican. And nachos. Yeah, that's Mexican, isn't it? Mexican. But they're all Mexican, so I can't do that. Should change this to chicken. Yes. You can't beat a bit of chicken. It doesn't matter if you got single or double on this, I don't think. I'm pretty sure you can't use new line characters in single quotes. I don't know. So chicken. This here has no relevance to the thing above. I'm just using the element names in there. So chicken. Oh, that might be Mexican. Let's just put. What is chicken? Chicken equals animal. Let's just put animal. It's the same as that size of. Oops. Oh, let's just call this dictionary. Our dictionary. The 3 items. For food. What? For food. I can't remember it. For food as type underscore dictionary in our dictionary. I doubt this is it. Print food colon type underscore. The reason there's an underscore on type is because type already. Yeah, that's wrong. For food. For our dictionary. Yeah, probably be an error. There you go. So it just says burritos are Mexican, tacos Mexican, chicken animal. So it just goes through them. I can't remember the actual syntax for that, but that'll do. That will work out for you. Yeah. Create dictionary. The spelling's probably really bad in this, but okay. Loop through items in dictionary. print item, and then value. Okay, so that's it from this video. Let's just do a real quick new thing. You can append to a list. Our list.append. You can do this on dictionaries, or on a, I can't remember. I'll have to do. Ask me in the comments. I'm just getting really tired now. So, what else is food? That's nice. What is a good food? Oh, I don't even know. Roast dinner. No, that's tacos, burritos, chicken, and fries. Okay, spelled that wrong. Probably. Our list.extend. What this is going to do is it's going to add more than one item to the list as long as it's in the brackets. So, oh, that's hard. Curry, and what else is nice? Noodles. Add one item to list. Add more than one to list. Let's quickly do files. So I'm not going to actually run this because it won't. I'm not going to create the files, but files plus read. Right. Okay. So file. Read file. This doesn't do anything. I'm just calling it read file equals file equals open my text file.txt, and we're going to read. Okay, and then for line in read file print line for yeah, close. Close. I can't remember what you do to close a file. Yeah, that's it. Read file.close. That's it. Okay, and now write file equals open my I'll just change this to read file write file. See, this doesn't matter what call you file, and W for write. Write file dot write hello, and then new line. Write file dot close. Quickly annotate this. So create file that open file that reads file in reading mode. Loop through lines in file. Print line current line. Close file. Open file in writing mode. Writing mode. Print hello with new line character. And close file. We also use a method which is same as write but append, so doesn't overwrite. Alright. Oh, I probably spelled any of that. I probably spelled a lot of that wrong. There you go, syntax sheet done. Loads of stuff in there for you to have a go at. I wouldn't really run it because this will give you an error if them files don't exist. Unless you are, you know, there you go, it's in the description. Hope you like this video, it should help you out a lot. And you can get started coding. Right, in a bit, see you in the next video.